Dick here in this shot. Here we are visiting the Boxes, Norville and Beverly and their son Curtis. Looks like Aunt Norma came along. I don't know where this was though. Here's a picture of the house I grew up in until I was 7. It was on Cooper Street. We lived in the upstairs apartment with the balcony there, and I think the family below was that we rented from was the Martinez family. Check this out. There's Melly and a baby. Not sure where we are. Maybe Higgins Lake? Here we are again. I think this is at Higgins still, with some friends that Dad worked with. Norm and Hilda Renke, I think were their names. Looks like I got a new umbrella and kitten for something, maybe Easter. Well, I think we're in Midland. This is Lena and Claire's girls. I think their names were Jan and Jill Riggy. Spent a lot of time with them. Those are Aunt Norma's nieces. There's Melly and Dick on one of their many vacations. Must be Niagara Falls. This looks like a postcard. There's Mom and Aunt Norma getting into the car. Maybe that was the Niagara trip. Mom and Dad in front of the clock. It was part of their trip. I'm not sure where they were, but they'll know when they see them. Here's another Easter shot, which I think is out of the Annie Lease and Uncle Herb's house again. Must be about 1954 or 55. Back with Aunt Norma's group again. There's Joe Riggy and Aunt Norma and myself, and we're at her parents' house. This is from a 1955 office Christmas party with the people that my dad worked with from Saginaw Central Oil. Here I am stretched out on the floor at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's again for Christmas. I distinctly remember that ornament. That angel was a card that I sent Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle for Christmas, and they put it on the tree every year. Well, looks like I got some new gloves. Uncle Bill in the background. Looks like Melly got a new robe and slippers, maybe? There's Aunt Eva over there. Here I am with a new record player at Christmas time. This is 1954. Here's a shot of the back of Saginaw Central Oil where Dad worked all those years. 35 years before he retired. Here's a shot in their kitchen on Cooper Street. Jim Martin, Celia Martin, Uncle Bill, Mom, Aunt Eva. Looks like that's all. Oh, Mom and Dad in the apartment. Something looks strange. Fancy tie. And check out those clothes Mom has on. Something looks suspiciously pregnant, possibly. Here I am with Dad. Maybe Easter time, I think. Mom, me, and Aunt Norma. Mom's definitely pregnant. Something's coming. I don't think I know I'm getting a brother yet. Boy, was I right. There he is. Baby Mark Allen Dubrulle, born July 1st, 1956, to happy Richard and Mildred Dubrulle. And this is in our brand new home on Pasadena Street. Here I am with Grandma Dubrulle holding new baby brother Mark. Here I'm being such a loving sister. Boy, I remember the stuff of that end table and those little Dutch babies. And nice couch. I always liked that sectional. Now, here's a close-up of baby Mark. What does that look like? Kelsey or Bray? Here I am being a wonderful sister again. Giving Mark a bottle. This is summer of 56. I always loved that little wheelbarrow flower holder there. That was neat. Here's a shot to remember a baby brother. I guess I'm posing with some flowers for something. Maybe it was my birthday because it's summertime. I have an August birthday, so I think it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Looks like my 7th birthday, and there's April and Bill in the background with their new baby kit. There I am with my new bike. Got that for my 7th birthday, and you can see we didn't have a garage yet. We didn't even have any neighbors or much of a yard. There's Mom having some kind of a party, maybe for her birthday in September. There's Aunt Norma in the background. Looks like she's got a real pretty wastebasket for a gift from someone. Now here's a shot of our home. Our first home, 3371 Pasadena. We still live there, but it sure looks different. You can see there's no neighbors, no driveway. There's Mom out sweeping. There's the car. There's Dad cutting the grass. Wonder how long it took him to get a yard to grow. Back in the kitchen of the home. I think Grandma's cooking up a good meal and she caught me snitching. Shouldn't have called her Grandma. I just call her that once in a while now because I have children. Here's my father holding his son Mark. And look at how Mark has his sock off. I wonder if that's the same thing Cassie does. Here's Aunt April with her baby Kip. She was born a couple months before Christmas. Here's a little kitchen get-together. My parents always had card parties. Gina Luke King, Aunt Norma, my mom, can't tell who else. This is Dad at work at one of the Phillips stations that he used to visit. This is the one that had the pet raccoon. Kind of a neat shot. This is baby Mo. Inside. There's Linda with new brother, baby Mark. This is in the living room at Mom and Dad's house. Here's another picture of the brother and sister. He used to be shorter than me then. Here's what Mark's looking at. There's Melly there peeking at the kids. This is Mark in the center, and those are Beverly and Norval Box's children. Curtis back on the couch and Lance up front there by Mark. Oh, there's Mark's famous crawl. This is always one of my favorite shots. I always like this couch shot too. There's Linda and Mark. This was at Mark's 1-year-old birthday. He's not doing it right now, but when he was in that last shot crawling, that was when he'd make his famous seal sound. I wish we had that on tape. Here's Linda and Mark on the front porch with the cocker. I think Kelsey's face reminds me of Mark's face at that age. Here's Linda at age 8. This is my birthday. Looks like a new dress, and I always like to read. Here's the seal shot. Look at Mark. That's when he'd make this seal sound. Here I am with my baby cousins. This is Linda, Mark, and Shep Huffman. There's Uncle's son, oldest child. Mom and Dad's living room. Look at those two guys. This is at one of our many picnics at Annie Leaf's and Uncle Herb's house. In the center there's Linda, Kip trying to crawl out of the stroller, and Mark. And then in the back there's Al Dubrulle. Next to him at the table is Herb Mall. Over this way, right behind Mark, is Grandma, Iva Dubrulle. And then the center person, I can't tell who it is, the one on the far right is Melly Dubrulle. There's Dad working on the new house. Looks like he's doing some roof work, putting in a vent or something. Linda out back sunning. You can just see the corner of the neighbor's house going up. That's the Velasquez house. This is August of 1957, Linda's birthday. In the kitchen there's the small kitchen at Mom and Dad's. Old shot of it. See the wallpaper? Mark looks like he's about to help me blow out some candles. And here's the birthday girl again. Looks like I'm older. I can't count the candles. Looks like maybe 8. I don't know. Look at the pink in Grandma's kitchen. Those pink canisters. I always remember those. Here I am with a new outfit for my birthday and a doll. Rich Moll's holding my doll. Sammy Leaf and Uncle Herb's son. There's Mark toddling around. There's the new garage. Boy, not much up on the walls yet. Looks like I'm out sunning again. And there's, oh look, there's the movie screen that we're making this production on in the back end of that car. I don't know what kind of, I don't know what year that is. Looks like some kind of a Chevrolet. This is up at the King's in Freeland. There's Mom in the chair, Melly, holding her son Mark Dubrulle, the bottle, Linda right in front of Mark. And then the King children, Sally in the center with the blonde curls, and Wayne, and Sue is being held by their mother Jean. See, we had car seats back then. There's Mark in the center of the car with his steering wheel, and Mom. I don't know what kind of car that is again. It looks like some kind of Chevy. You can see no neighbors on the other side until you get over about 3 lots. This is back at the King's house. There's Sue and Mark still getting his bottle with Mom in the chair. Here's the adults at the King's house in Freeland. There's Jean and Luke King and Mom and Dad. Nellie and Dick. Looks like maybe somebody's birthday again. There's Mark's famous crawl. He always had one leg up when he crawled, I think. And Dad looking on from the side. Some kind of a giant balloon ball there. You can see out the front window. No neighbors right across the street. This is at one of the many family picnics. Melly Dubrulle. There's Linda. Wish Mom and Dad could narrate these because I know they'll know a lot more information. I just can't remember everything about them, but we're making this as a surprise. So there's Lazy Mark. I don't recognize the furniture, so I don't remember where this is, but that's a cute shot. I don't know why I put this one in here. Here I am in my bedroom, Lazy Lynn. I should ban this shot. Of course, it looks a lot like me now. There's Mark and Linda. And somebody's holding keys to get Mark's attention there. I don't recognize that hand. Suppose it could be Great-Grandpa Dubrulle. Here we are down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's house in their living area. There's Chip on the floor, and I'm holding Mark. And off to the sides, a few people sitting on the floor there. This is Christmas. Looks like Christmas 1958. Correction, this is Christmas of 1957. Linda, Mark, Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's Christmas tree with Dad. Isn't he a handsome guy? This must still be Christmas of 57. There's Grandma Dubrulle in the back, Iva. That was Great-Grandpa Dubrulle's first wife. There's Linda in her cowgirl outfit. There's Mark and Chip. This is at Averill and Bill Huffman's house. This is at Averill and Bill's house. Oh no, this is another one that should be banned. Linda's funny look there with Mark in our pajamas. That must be one of Averill and Bill's dogs. I don't recognize the dog. Here's Linda and Melly holding a picture of Kip. Looks like still Christmas. This is probably one of Mom's gifts. I think it's at our house. No, I think it's at Averill and Bill's. Oh, it's an Annie Oakley outfit that I have on. Look at there. Whew. Looks like Mark always wanted to be a fireman. That's Grandma Dubrulle and Grandpa Dubrulle in those two chairs there, I think. Oh, yeah, because there's Grandma's crutches next to her chair. That's Mark at Christmas. He never did take that hat off. Oh, here's some more of the Christmas goodies. Looks like I got a doll, and Mark got a punching clown, and kind of a musical instrument there on the couch. There's our Christmas tree. And one of Mom's shadow boxes up on the wall. I always remember those. Oh, and there's Mom over in the corner. See her in the doorway over there? Here's the family back down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's for Christmas. Mom, Mark, Linda, and Dad. I think this is still 1957. So Mark's about 1 year old. There's Mark with a tool bench. Looks just like something Ryan got for Christmas back a few years ago. There we are, still in our pajamas. There's Grandma's nice hardwood floors. No carpeting back then, but aren't those pretty floors? This is 1958, Mark's second birthday. We had a shot back a few pictures ago of Mark and I at this table, and I thought it was my birthday, but that must have been Mark's birthday cake. So that picture was out of order. Look at him blow. Windy kid, huh? This is Linda's birthday, 1958, down in the basement with a bunch of friends over. I don't recognize everyone. I can't remember who they are. To my right in the picture is Bonnie Plumley, girl I played with for years, lived across the street. And next to her, that boy with the light blue shirt on, I think is Teddy Velasquez. And I can't remember the names of those other girls. But down here in the far left-hand corner of the picture, you have to notice Mark trying to blow out the candle. See him in his high chair? Looks like I'm yelling at people to leave my candles alone or something. There's Mark getting ready to cut the grass. There's one of those play lawnmowers that the kids, Ryan and Tyler Dawson, have those today. Not exactly the same, but they always like those. Last time they came over here, Kelsey took the mower out, and she was cutting the grass, just like Mark. This picture's in backwards because I can see the Plumley's house over there, and it would actually be on the other side of our lot. Looks like another family picnic. I don't know if this would be at Higgins Lake, Lake City maybe. There's Linda with Kip at the picnic table and Mark behind with the white hat on. This is a family vacation. I think this is at that fort at Mackinac City. Mark and Linda there. This is out in the backyard there. Mark's in a box. That's Linda and Mark's friend from next door. I think that's Rick Clark. You can see not a lot of neighbors around then. There's our old sandbox, that black tire. This is out at Averill and Bill's house. There's Kip on the floor and Linda. Mark sitting on some kind of a stool. And there's Grandma Iva, Grandma Dubrulle back in the corner there. There she is. There's the old homestead in the winter, probably 1958. There are a lot more neighbors now. You can see the Velasquez house on that side and the Clark house to the other side. There's the car. 3371 Pasadena. Here's Melly and Dick. Looks like maybe an Easter Sunday. There's a pretty shadow box Mom always had up on the wall. Hyacinths in that purple vase. I remember that. There's Mark. This is his third birthday, 1959. ready to blow out those candles. Looks like Kip at the end of the table watching. See that red stool he's sitting in? That has lasted for Linda, Mark, Ryan, Tyler, Bryce, and Kelsey, and it's still in good shape. This is a better one. That's cute. There's Mark blowing out his candles, Kip's anxiously watching. There's Grandma Dubrulle back in the chair in the living room, and Ava peeking around the corner. And looks like just a titch of Linda standing there watching. I would be almost 10 then. Here's a good shot of the little boy. There's Mark sitting in the rocker. Those legs crossed, he makes me think of his daughter Kelsey. This must be early morning shot. I have a feeling Mark's making a seal sound there by the look on his face. There's Dick, sunny, that bathing beauty. He's always out there catching rays. Probably at Higgins Lake. And here's the other bathing beauty. There's Nellie. Probably at Higgins Lake. I think it's the summer of 1959. There's a family outing, Linda, Mom, and Mark. Maybe the Detroit Zoo or something. Here we are back at my birthday party. This must have gotten out of order. Linda's in the red dress, and behind me is the blonde hair. That's Bonnie Plumley. And the girl right next to me there in the sundress with the red strap, that must be Sandy Lamb. And the lady with the sleeveless shirt on the right-hand side here must be Mellie, I think. Here we are back at the birthday. Looks like I got a little cake on my face. And there's Sandy. And the girl next to Sandy, I think her name's Barb, I'm not sure. And there's Mark peeking up at the cake. This is my 9th birthday, 1959. Looks like we must be at a cabin at Higgins or something. I don't recognize the building. There's Grandma Dubrulle sitting next to me. There's my birthday cake. I remember those little ballerina dolls that held the candles. And there's my brother Mark getting ready to help me blow out those candles. This is Christmas 1959. There's Grandma and Grandpa Uyghur sitting with Linda and Mark at the couch. Looks like we had stenciling on the front window. There's a Santa Claus with a reindeer going across the window. That's that's Mellie's parents. That's Howard and Mabel Uyghur. It's still Christmas in 1959. This is out at Annie, Lisa, and Uncle Herb's house. There's Linda, Mark, Carol's daughter Cheryl in the pink dress, Rich Mall in the yellow shirt. Behind Rich is his dad Herb. Next to Rich is Annie Lise. That's Robert Dubrulle's sister. And there's Iva Dubrulle. And looks like, I recognize that red dress, so that elbow there in the corner must be Mellie. They spent a lot of time out at their house. They always had family get-togethers. Here's another photo for the banning section. Looks like I have rollers in my hair, too. This is Christmas. And see the bassinet in the hallway? That's for Mark. You could even give a bath in that. Maybe it's called a bassinet. Here's the cook. There's Mellie down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's house. It's like Christmas breakfast. This is back at the house on Pasadena. Looks like we painted the garage white and The storm wall is down because it's summer, and there's a new car. There's the green station wagon. I think it was a Ford. Looks like Mark and some kids out playing croquet in the front yard. Another family trip. This looks like Lumberman's Monument, maybe. Linda, Mark, Mother. Dad's always taking the pictures. Oh, there's Duchess. What a shot. Looks like she's giving Mark a big kiss. There's our dog that we had for 20 years, I think, maybe 21. Look at our TV in the back there behind Mark. There's that clock on the TV. Grandma and Grandpa still have that on their TV. It still works. And I still have that mirror. And I'm at my 10th birthday party. This is 1960. Mark's always there ready to help me with those candles. And there's my friend Sandy Lamb. And I don't know who the other girl is. Sandy's the one with the red collar on. Another birthday shot. I don't know what I got there. There's Mom, Linda, and Mark. Looks like Mark's ready to grab whatever it is. Oh, on the end table next to the couch is that little wheelbarrow. It was so cute. It had a whole bunch of holes in it, and Mom always had it filled with pansies. Oh, you're not going to believe this one. This looks like a Girl Scout Halloween function. In the yellow with the cute hat, that's Grandma. That's Melly Dubrulle. She was a Girl Scout leader for me. And the lady in the plaid shirt, I think, is Mrs. Seaver, and the lady in the plaid pants is Mrs. Zollner. They were mothers of girls that were in Girl Scouts with me. That's down our basement. Probably 1960. There's the brownies. It was probably a brownie troop instead of a Girl Scout troop. We're doing something. This is in the gym at Plainfield Elementary School, I remember. And that's me, the one with my ears up there and the brown ponytail, my slip showing. Behind me is another girl I remember, Pam Ryberg, I think. And the rest of the girls I can't recognize from behind. Oh, this is Halloween. Oh my gosh. Down in the bottom row, starting on the right, that's that Pam Ryberg with the glasses next to me. There's Linda. Look, Mark must have been a ghost. I don't know what I was. I got red tights on. Keep going down the row. I don't know who's right next to me in the hunting outfit. I think that's Janice Becker. And then the girl with the baton and the white sweater is Janet Zollner. Up to the next row, the second girl with the white top, I think, is Mary Chapman. I don't know who those other people are. Barb Langer, I think, is in that yellow polka dot top. The girl on the end of the second row is Barb Bonensdale. I remember her. And there's the mothers in the back. Grandma's got on that yellow shirt, and the hat has a Phillips Petroleum emblem on it. What a crew. Oh, Mark in his truck. Look at Duchess. Isn't she cute? I wonder if Mark still has any of those trucks. Looks like sturdy ones. He's going to need a bigger garage to store all those. There's that little puppy Duchess again with Linda. There's that red high chair still out in the kitchen. Oh, looks like we found our stocking. Must be Christmas of 1960. Mark and Linda. There's Dad taking a break with Duchess. That used to happen a lot. Whenever you laid down, she'd hop right up there. Oh, there's families camping. It's probably at Higgins Lake State Park. I think the lady in the white cover-up, that looks like Melly. And Linda's back inside the tent, kind of hanging on the pole. Uncle Bill Hoffman there. And then in the blue bathing suit is Averill Hoffman, Dad's sister. And then up front, I don't know who, I see a couple of kids. I don't know who's who for sure, but here's up in the very front bottom corner, I think that's Mark and his Inner tube. This is always one of our favorite activities, was dressing up Dutch in clothes. And then we get her to bed. I recognize my leg there on the left. And on the couch is Mark watching. I don't know who's making the dog beg. Maybe it's probably me. Back at the camp out at Higgins, there's Karen. That's our first picture of Karen. That's Karen Hoffman down there. Looks like she's trying to get a little water out of the cooler. And the bathing beauty is Melly. She's checking out somebody out on the water in a raft, probably. Maybe she's looking for men on the beach. Here's 3371 Pasadena in a peach color. I remember that. I always liked that. I still like that color. It's got a lot of those. Look at all the pretty flowers. There's Mom out weeding, it looks like. Now here's my Girl Scout troop doing something, some kind of a skit. The short girl in the blue top that's not in uniform, I think that's Paula Wolfile. Nancy, next to her is Nancy something. There's the girl with the glasses. In the center is Linda Lacey, and then my friend Connie Salwasser. I was in her wedding. And then next to Connie, I don't know who that is, and then there's me, third from the end. And I think I'm next to Janice Becker, and then there's a little shot of somebody on the end there. What lovely ladies. This is some kind of a skit we had to do. And I'm on the end in the raincoat with the bag. I don't remember what it was, but it must have been funny. This is a Girl Scout activity. This is more of that skit. That's Linda Lacey, I think, in the red hat there. Here's the Girl Scouts at Christmas. Apparently doing a Christmas scene there. Oh, I'm on the right. I'm one of the wise men, of course. The white cape and the black beard, and there's that cane. Great-Grandpa Dubrulle still has that cane. The end of it is shaped like a hockey stick, and he said that Dad, Dick, used to play street hockey with it. I don't recognize too many of the other shepherds there. Here's the Girl Scout motto. I'm next to Janet Zellner. The other side is Janice Becker, Mary Chapman. Oh, I think that might be Carol Price. The tall one. And then next to her, somebody in glasses. I don't remember who that is. Birthday time again. Must be 1961. Maybe 11. Maybe it's not birthday time. Now this is my 11th birthday. Now we're up to Halloween, 1961. There's Mark. Dutch with a mask on. Grandma's getting a kick out of that. Mark looks like a modern-day ninja there. There's Dad and Mark in their Y Indian Guide uniforms. Here's a close-up of the little Indian. That picture he reminds me of Bryce. That's Mark. This is back at the campground. Looks like we're jumping around here. There's Melly and Dick trying to lounge with Mark sitting on them. What a group. And then there's Duchess over in her basket. Looks like I took the picture. Mark's looking older. Here's the family on another vacation. An old green wagon. Dutch even came along. Here's Mark. Mom, look at that nice figure on Melly. Linda. Looks like I got taller than Mom that year. Now Millie took a turn taking the picture. There's that hen constructed car top carrier that Dad made. I remember that. And there's all our tenning gear. There's Linda, Mark, Dick, and Dutch. Ooh, back to Halloween, I hope. Hope we didn't normally dress that way. There's my friend Bonnie Plumley. And I'm in the black dress with the long red beads there. And I don't know who's behind him. I have a feeling it might be like Joan Mock or someone. Just kind of looks like her eyes. Who knows? Wonder how many treats we got that night. This is Jerry and Manea White and their family. Manea is Tom and Mella Martin's daughter. Tom and Mella Martin. Now Mella is Iva Dubrulle's sister. So this is her daughter, Manea, and her husband, Jerry. And Kelly's their daughter in front of them, and then their sons there, Kim and Randy. I don't know who Jerry's holding. They're probably on their way off to Australia or something. They used to live there, and Jerry works for Standard Oil. I don't know what they're all doing there, but it might be the airport. This is at Aunt Avril and Uncle Bill Huffman's trailer up at Lake City. There's Avril in the red pants and Bill holding Tip. There's Mark in the brown shirt. There's me in the short brown hair. For some reason I'm holding up a Phillips 66 map. Probably doing a little advertising for Dad. And I'm holding Karen. Looks like I got to bring my friend along, so there's Connie Salwasser behind me, and Mom. Used to go up there a lot. Oh, this is the better shot of their trailer. There's our newest car, the blue station wagon. This is a Chevy. There's Dutch and Mom and Connie and me. I'm wearing some kind of sweatshirt. This might have been, we had a group of girls that got together. I think this is called Petita Mead. Those must be our sweatshirts from that. This is Norma and Harvey Bidlack's wedding. Norma was one of Mom's best friends from her single days. Her name was Swigert. And there's Mom. She was, I think, maid of honor in their wedding. There she is, getting ready to come down the aisle. I don't know who was her escort. This is Mary Martin, Tom and Mella's daughter, at her wedding to Lanny Sharon in 1964. This must be some of the wedding goers. There's Grandpa Dubrulle, Robert, his brother Ray Dubrulle, Uncle Bill Huffman, Linda, Mellie Dubrulle, and Ava Huffman. I'm not sure where this picnic's taking place. It's a Dubrulle picnic. It looks like maybe Rich Mall's house, but I'm not sure now. Let's see. There's Grandpa Dubrulle, maybe Gladys in the striped dress over on the chair, Linda in the red dress in the front, and there's behind the table is Mellie, Dick, maybe Karen. There's Bill Huffman there, see him filling his plate. I think that's Mel Davis standing over there with the white t-shirt, and that's Terry Dubrulle next to him. It's Al Dubrulle's daughter, Terry. It's Grandma and Grandpa Uyghur. That's Mildred Dubrulle with her parents, Mabel and Howard. Her name was Mabel Howery, her maiden name, and his name was Howard Conrad Uyghur. There's Ray and Gladys Dubrulle, Grandpa Robert Dubrulle, Kip Huffman, and I think the girl in the center is Cheryl Popolars, Carol's daughter, would be Annie Luce's granddaughter, and Mark in the red blazer. I have no idea where we are there, or where they are. Looks like Easter time. There's Mark. There's Terry Dubrulle's wedding. And her husband's name is Chuck. I don't recall the last name. This is 1964. Karen was the flower girl and Kip was the ring bearer. There they are. Isn't that cute? I think that's at Averill and Bill's house. But there Karen was the flower girl and Kip was the ring bearer. They look so cute. This is for Terry Dubrulle's wedding. This is Carol and Floyd Popolars and their children Cheryl and Alan. Carol is Aunt Elise and Uncle Herb's daughter. Still 1964. And there's Al and Betty Dubrulle. Al is Grandpa Robert Dubrulle's brother, youngest brother. There were 4 brothers and 1 sister. The oldest brother, Julian, died a long time ago. And then next was Robert, and then Raymond, and then Al. And Annie Lee fit in there somewhere, I'm not sure, but I think Al was the youngest. This is Joanna. She was Grandma Dubrulle, Iva Dubrulle's sister, Bernice's daughter. Joanna, and that's her family. Carrie's the oldest one in red, and I don't remember the name of everyone else. This is down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle, I think. No, maybe not. Might be at the Martins. There's the Dubrulle family for another Christmas. I was 14, Mark was 7. Back on that last picture, that was Joanna and Dave Mitchell, and their daughters' names are Amy and Carrie, and I don't know the son's name. There's Bob and Iva at their house, Christmas 64. Look at that TV. I remember that control panel being in the front there. This is Bernice and Jo Westwood. She's Grandma Dubrulle's sister, Iva's sister. This is probably at their house. Christmas of 64. This is Jim and Celia Martin and their 3 daughters. The oldest was Pam, and the one in the center is Janet, and the youngest on the right is Nancy. And Jim is Tom and Mella Martin's son. That's Grandma Iva Dubrulle's sister's son. And there's Tom and Mella Martin. I've referred to them on and off. She's Grandma Dubrulle's sister. This is down at White Park in Saginaw. It's Mark ice skating. I think Dad used to take us sledding and tobogganing and ice skating and freezing. This is Grandma and Grandpa Uyghur's new house. This is in their kitchen that they built, probably in about 65. Looks like it's 1966. That's Mark and Mom. Grandma finally got indoor plumbing, real stove. There's Grandma cooking up a meal. It's Mabel Uyghur. Their new kitchen. 1966. This is Easter of 1966 at our house. There's Mark with Grandma Dubrulle and Grandma Uyghur. Mother always sets a nice table and cooks yummy meals for us. There's Linda with the grandmas on Easter. There's Mark with one of his souped up bites. And I think the boy next to him is Teddy Velasquez from next door. Look at a padded seat. Might have been around the 4th of July where they have them all decorated red, white, and blue. This is Mark and I taking a dip at the neighbor's pool. The Velasquez had a pool and they always were real nice, invited us over. That's Linda at the top of the slide and Mark at the bottom. There's Farmer Dick out in the back garden with Mark. Always had tomatoes, lettuce, green beans, onions. Had a garden for years. Another family vacation. This might be up at the Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes. It's Mark and Dad and Duchess. Looks like she got to come along on all the trips. That's Aunt April on a pontoon they had up at Lake City on Lake Mesaki. Must have been a puppy dog of theirs. There's Karen steering the yacht. That's Mark in front of Paul Bunyan and the Big Blue Ox. There's Mark on the trip again, Kalkaska, Michigan. We just drove by Kalkaska the other day on our way to Charlevoix, and I saw this fish in front of that building, and I knew the place looked familiar. This is still in Kalkaska. The fountain there. There's Mom taking a break. I remember when she had those slip covers made for that couch. I always liked that couch. This is Linda on her way to high school homecoming at Douglas MacArthur in 1966. I graduated in 67, so I must have been a junior. Or it could have been, no, it was probably the fall of my senior year. There's under the coat. Perfectly straight hair that I always had. There's the molar shop down at Saginaw Central where Dad worked. Saginaw Central Oil on Court Street. Here's Mark at some kind of Cub Scout function. Don't recognize anyone else. Kind of looks like Tyler to me in that picture. Whoa, this looks like fun. I think that's Mark and Linda on top of it, and Duchess. Duchess is right by my feet. Looking in the windows, I guess. Big snowstorm. Must have been in 67. No, winter of 66. Winter of 66 snowstorm. Looks like fun. It's another shot of that snowstorm. Dutch always had a lot of fun with us. She did everything. She'd run up the hill, she'd swim in the lake. This is Linda getting ready to attend her high school prom from Douglas MacArthur High School, 1967. I think my date was John Dawson. I still have that dress. Always wondered what I'd do with it again. was right. There's my date. And my husband. Charles Dawson. Here's Don's plane. He owned a Cessna. I think it was a 4-passenger. Looks like he has Mark sitting with him in the front seat. From a distance, it looks like his son Tyler next to him. Here's another shot of the plane. 84 Foxtrot, I think he used to call it, or maybe there's another number in front of it. There's Dad in the plane with Don, and that's Mark. Closing or opening the door there. There's Mark and Melly thinking about a ride. Here's inside the cockpit, Mark with Don. Don looks the same. This is Don and I getting ready to go out to a fraternity party of some kind. He belonged to a fraternity at Delta College called Kappa Tau. And here we are getting ready for a different fraternity function of some sort. Oh, I remember that dress. It was really pretty. Had a bow down the back. Had green shoes to match the green in there. Strange hairdo. In high school, I was in a sorority called Alpha Beta, and this is a group of my friends, my sorority sisters. The girl sitting on the mantle, the one with the long hair, is Kay Lytle. The next one I don't remember. The one in the center with the white sweaters, Janet Hannigan. She was a good friend. And then I think the girl next is Dana something. And then the girl in the polka dot is Jackie Cochran or something? I'm not sure now. Here's another shot of a sorority function. The girl in the pink skirt with the pink flowered top is Judy Miller. She was a good friend. She's now Judy Braun, lives in Saginaw right next door to Michelle Rousseau's parents. And Jeanette Dana, Carol Anderson, the tall one in the green. Recognize anyone else? It's another sorority get-together for something. That's Janet Hannigan there in the navy blue sweatshirt. There's Alpha Beta Phi on it. Now we see the true Mark. Taking a snooze. The Duchess. That room is now Grandma and Grandpa's kitchen. Dining area. This is Howard and Mabel Weger's 50th wedding anniversary. Had it in Midland, I think at a church. Nice cake. They both look very nice. Didn't ever see Howard smile too much like that. He's really got a big grin. He's getting a kick out of this, too. Giving Grandma a little taste of the cake. This was also in 1967. Everything happened at once. Mom and Dad probably were real busy that year doing my graduation and their 50th. Another picture from the anniversary. I think the lady in the red flowered dress is one of Grandpa Weger's sisters. Maybe Mary? I'm sure Mom will know, but I'm not positive. There's Grandma and Grandpa cutting the cake. This is my graduation from Douglas MacArthur High School in June of 1967. Blue and white were our colors. There's our two cars, that blue station wagon I mentioned. You notice our house is white now. Kind of a blue trim. And there's a Pontiac, oh no, that green car is a Plymouth Fury. I remember that one. I always liked that car. It was a nice car. This is at the graduation party in our backyard. This is Mellie's brother, Ivan Luker. This was in 1967, and I think Ivan died shortly after that, maybe a year later, or that same year. That's his wife, Nadine, their son, Paul, and Piper. They also had a daughter, Patty, that was a year younger than me, and Bill, that's a year older than me. Over at the table behind them is Tom Martin and Joe Westwood. That's Uncle Ivan. Mother only had the one brother. This is back at my graduation in the backyard. That's me standing behind Dad's boss, in Saginaw Central Oil. It's Morris Brown and his wife. And next couple is their son Bud Brown and his wife Greta. Morris was always a real nice man to our family. And across from them, I don't know until the end lady here is still a very good friend of everyone's. That's Phyllis Williams. She works at Saginaw Central Oil also. Mom and Dad still spend time with her. Now, it looks like I just opened a few graduation gifts. Little kitty graduate and that nice jewelry box. I'm thinking I got that from April and Bill, but I'm not sure. Here I'm showing my cake. Still opening presents. This must have been before the party started. Everything looks real neat and organized. We're probably ready for guests to arrive. That's Mark. Looks like he's got his radio there, ready to rock. Mom and Linda. There's a few more guests. I'm talking to Aunt Averill there, and there's Jean King, Uncle Bill, and Sue King. Looks like it's time to have cake. That's Aunt May. That's Grandma Wigger's sister, one of her sisters. I think there were 7 of them, 7 brothers and sisters. That's Mom and Mark. That was down in Sandusky, Ohio. We used to visit them a lot. Head over to Cedar Point sometime. I think that's Aunt May. There was also Aunt Ide, Aunt Laura. Hard to remember all the family from so long ago. There's Mark on another family trip. I wonder if that's a mystery spot up in the UP of Michigan. Probably is. Looks like he's sitting on the wall. This looks like another one of my sorority get-togethers. Bathing beauty somewhere. I recognize Carol Anderson there in the front on the call. I don't recognize anyone else. I'm probably not in there. These are some friends of Linda's. Terry, Janet Handigan, Rick Alvarez. Looks like they're having some kind of campfire. Here's another Dubrulle family picnic. In Saginaw somewhere. I don't remember the name of that park. It looks like Karen. And there's Iva Dubrulle, Grandpa Dubrulle, Mom. I think Jerry White. And there's Don Dawson and Lynn Dubrulle waving at everyone from the back. There's Mom and Mark taking a rest. There's that clock everyone still has. I wonder whatever happened to that cabinet. I know Grandma Wigger had that for a while. Encyclopedias. Looks like they're watching TV. There's a family get-together at Tip-Up Town, Houghton Lake. There's April, Karen, Millie, Mark, Dick, Kip. Either I didn't go or I'm taking the picture. Maybe Bill is. I don't remember being there. I maybe did something different. There's Mark sliding. Still Tip-Up Town. I think this is still the winter of '67. 1967. There's Kip sliding. Quite a nice action shot there. Ooh, there's Macho Man, number 10. Mark Allen Dubrulle. I wonder if he was 10 years old then. Could have been. Yeah, he was. Because he was born in 56. Must have been his birthday. There's some money. Uncle Bill got a nice Boy Scout backpack. So this must have been July of 67. There's a nice shot of Mark at a Boy Scout function with his dad. Dad spent 25, 30 years in scouting. Maybe longer. I know he got a special award at 25 years. This is Delta College, where I went. Got a 2-year associate's degree. Don went there. This is the center court area, like a commons lunchroom area down there on the bottom. I graduated from there in 1969, and then went to Michigan State. And then a shot at Delta College. Oh, here's a good one. This was when I was in Connie Stallwasser's wedding. That's me next to Marty Robson, a good friend, still a good friend. Now she's Marty Wesley. Art Gabetis, she used to date him. And then there's Don next to me. He was my date, and I guess I got to bring my brother too. And there's Mark down in the front. This is Melly getting ready for New Year's Eve party, 1968. Looks like she's setting out the fancy coffee cups. Pretty dress. This is Mark's 13th birthday, 1969. Mark. So I had the wrong year on his birthday. Or, no, I guess back, a few pictures back when I said it was his 10th birthday, it must have been 1966. We didn't get many slides at all in 1968. We're into 69 already at Mark's 13th birthday. There's Kip, Mark's mom with one of her yummy angel food cakes. Looks like Kip's piling on the Cool Whip. There's another girl get-together. There's Mother. And I think the lady in the back was Herb Mall's mother. I'm not sure. There's Mark trying to learn how to play euchre. Grandpa Dubrulle in the white shirt, and Uncle Ray Dubrulle and Uncle Al Dubrulle, and then the guy in the burgundy is Floyd Popolars. That's Turbin Elise's daughter Cheryl's husband. Mark's getting taller there, isn't he? Looks like Christmas. It's Linda and Karen out at Avon Bill for dinner. Christmas morning. There's Dutch getting some kind of treat. Mark, Linda. Looks like we're opening our Santa basket. Typical morning. Dad was probably flashing the lights, telling me to get up. Oh, to think of those years we used to wear rollers in our hair. Never again. There's Dutch taking a nap. There's Mark up in a tree. I wonder if I chased him up. The tree's still there. It's huge. It is? That's Grandpa's backyard. Oh. There he is, just hanging around in the tree. This is summer of 1970. Good, proof that I helped do the work. Looks like I'm helping out with the laundry there. I remember the slacks that I made. And Mom and Dad used to sell Amway products for a while. So maybe this is a commercial we were doing here. There's Grandpa Dubrulle and his granddaughters, Linda, Grandpa Robert, and Karen. There's Grandpa with his son and his grandson. And there's Grandpa with his two grandsons. This was picture taking day. Maybe it was Grandpa's birthday. It's summer, so it probably was. His birthday is August 11th. That's Mark, Grandpa Dubrulle, and Kip. Another one of our antics with Dutch. With glasses on her. Oh, Mark's reading to her, too. Interesting magazine. Mark's reading McCall. There's Mom in their square dancing days. Pretty dress. Looks like they're getting ready to go out and take a shot with, I don't know how Dutch and Mark got in there, but should have got the two dancers. Here she is in another one of her costumes. Dancing dresses. Big hoops. This is down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's house. There's the dancing duo. With red flips and all. Nellie and Dick. Square dance. They did that for a lot of years. Lots of friends. Did it with Avery and Bill and made a lot of new friends through that group. There's April and Bill in their square dance clothes. He's down at Grandpa Dubrulle. Here's part of the group. Dick and Mellie and Arlene and Dwayne Rich, April and Bill Huffman. Those fancy dresses on those ladies. I like Dad's outfit. He looks best of the men there. There's Mom with another one of their dance friends and still friend, Edna Blaisdell. Oh, back to the knees. Oh, and there's Grandma Dubrulle laying there on the couch. I don't know how this shot got in here. This is the house Don used to live in Okemos, Michigan, on the Red Cedar when he was going to MSU. And that's me sitting on the porch up there. That was quite the place. I lived there with a guy named Keith Hitch. This is the family down at Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle. Maybe Easter here, maybe Christmas, I'm not sure. I think it's still 70, possibly 71. There's Grandma Dubrulle, just off to the side. Mom and I have our fancy skirts on. And there's the cousins. This is the end of 1970. It's Karen and Linda, Mark and Kip. This is Cook Road in Midland, Michigan. That's through the woods you can barely see Grandma and Grandpa Uyghur's house, and this little house on the left is the house that Grandma Howie lived in. Or maybe it was Grandma Uyghur. Great-Grandma Uyghur. Well, Mom will know. Here's Grandma and Grandpa Uyghur's new house. She wish I had pictures of their old one. This is from another wedding I was in. That was my friend Judy Miller and her husband in the white jacket, Tim Braun. There I am, a bridesmaid. The girl with the white bow in her hair is Ann Betcher. And myself, of course, Judy the bride. Don't recognize anyone else. Here I am as a bridesmaid again. This is Don in 1972. We weren't married yet, I don't think. Oh, we might have been. Anyway, he worked for the Lansing Police Department. He received 2 awards that year, and this is at a ceremony. That handsome young officer. Here's a close-up. Here I am with Don looking at his nice awards. I think this was in May and we were married in June. This is all the officers being awarded that evening. Don's the second from the left. I think that's Mike Monroe next to him now that I think about it. He was on the Charlotte Police Department. Yes, we're getting to our wedding. That's right. So there's Todd and Chris. This is at the rehearsal dinner at the Germania the night before. Todd is standing, Chris is seated. In the back is Barb Elliott. Jack was our best man, that's me. Nancy Rush. She's our maid of honor. Susie Macriana was in the wedding. And I'm not sure who that is next to Susie. I think there was a guy named Mark that was her date. There's Todd at the wedding, sharing the ring. Todd Cameron Dawson. Now he's about 6 times that size. And it's Don's sister Connie. Connie Jo. She was one of our bridesmaids. There's the bride and her father, about to give her away. I think this might be my brother's head right here. It might be Mark taking. No, it can't be because he was in a wedding. Pretty dress that Mom made. Get more shots of that, I'm sure. There's the anxious reception line. Mom in pink and Dad. Don, his mother Florence, and his father Don. Coming over to congratulate us, and you just see a little bit of Nancy there. Don's father died in 1973, about a year after we were married. There's more of the recruiting line. There's Mom and Dad greeting someone. Don and I think that's Florence's, a real good friend of Florence's, Betty or something. Don's dad talking to someone there. A couple people at the wedding. My Aunt Averill is the hostess. And Don's brother Tom's wife, Betty. Todd and Chris's mother. She died in about 78, I think. We don't have very many pictures of her. That's Betty. Aunt Betty. There's the bride and groom with Nellie and Dick. Looks like Tom's head right here in the corner. Tom's brother. the bride and groom with Florence and Don. Oh, she had on yellow, matched the guy's shirt. Here's both sets of parents. Don, Millie, Don, Lynn, Florence, Dick. Here's the whole wedding party. Here's Mark, my brother, Tom, Don's brother. Jack was the best man, Jack Elliott. They live in Minneapolis now. There's Don's good friend. There's Don, Todd, Linda, Nancy Rush, Connie Dawson, and Susie McRae. Here we are at the altar. Lighting the candles during the ceremony was a real experience. I think one fell over and we almost had a fire. Oh, the traditional wedding kiss. The bride. Mother helped me make that dress. Or I helped her make that dress, I should say. Made, I think, the veil and everything. Maybe not. Maybe we bought that headpiece. So we are coming out of the church. Here we are still trying to come out of the church. People throwing rice at us. Some people in the background that I recognize. There's Barb Godwin. She was a good high school friend. And Mrs. Rush, Nancy Hardy's mother. Behind her is Denny Grimaldi and his date. And I think that's Dave Rush. Right back there. And there's Barb Elliott. They weren't throwing things at us. This is at the reception. There's Nancy Rush, Don's brother Tom. Nancy, the food line over. There's at the head table. Susie McRae is next to me. Flowers are gorgeous. This is at the reception. I remember, I think that's Ted Velasquez helping me with my veil for some reason. And there's Todd. And I don't know who the little girls are. I think that, oh, the guy in the tan jacket there is Blaisdell. He was, what was his first name? He was our photographer. Edna Blaisdell's son, I think. Took pictures for us. There's a cake cutting. I still have that candelabra. That was Mom's, and we decorated it up to use at the wedding. Beautiful cake. After the wedding, the work still needs to be done. There's Mark still pushing that little lawnmower around, only he grew up. This time he's really cutting the grass. This is Mom and Dad with some of their crazy friends. That one guy sitting on a toilet seat there. That's Betty Baird. And the guy on the toilet seat, I don't remember their names. And then there's Primo's, I think. Right there in front of Mom. It's like something to do with Hawaii. There's Mom with Edna Blaisdell. Looks like they're getting ready to go somewhere fancy. This is still 1972. Here's Mom with Betty Baird. I think it's down their basement. A couple of their dogs having a drink. This is in our first kitchen. Mom and Dad are down. There's Don doing something there, and I'm cooking in yellow. This is our kitchen and our duplex that we rented on Jolly Road. Back in 1972, we only had it about a year. This is in the living room of the duplex. Looks like we're opening wedding gifts. This is after our honeymoon. Still opening more gifts. I wonder what happened to that little spinning wheel. I still got that little blue dresser, and it's painted white down the basement. Still opening wedding presents. Looks like Duchess got to come along. I think somebody got us a lawn chair. Looks like we needed some furniture. Here's Mom and Dad's friends again. Looks like one of those come as you are parties. There's Mom next to Betty Baird, and Primos, and Edna Blaisdell, Bill Baird. I don't know where Marlon is. Maybe Marlon and Dad are both taking pictures. Bob and Dorothy Primo, that's right. I almost forgot their first names. This is Mom and his son Edna in Nassau at the Straw Market buying some of that J-U-N-K, they call it. They went on a cruise sometime. It was a big year. There they are, all dressed up and ready to go to dinner on the cruise ship. That was her friend. Looks like he's giving her some kind of orders. That might be San Juan, I'm not sure. There's Dad. One of the islands of their cruise. There's the group. Mom and Dad, Marlon and Edna Blaisdell. I don't know that one lady's name there. Dorothy and Bill Primo. There she is. The reigning peacock queen. That chair is gorgeous. This is still from the cruise in '72. I don't know how this got in there, but this is our traditional family lineup. I don't know when this started, but when we'd want to take a family picture, everybody would say, line up, so we'd get in a line and then alternate heads, I guess, so we could get everybody in. This is in 1973 now. I don't know if it was a holiday or what. There's Grandpa Wigger in the front, Dad, Grandpa Dubrulle, Uncle Bill. On the other side in the back is Mark, and then Don with a stash. Look at there. And Kip. There's Millie, all dressed up, sitting with the roses and Dutch. Looks like we're getting ready to go somewhere. There's one of those family shots again. Mark and I both have kind of long hair. The long legs on Mark. He really got tall. Here's Don and Lynn. Whatever the event is, it looks like we're all going to the same thing. Here's something to do with Mom and Dad's square dance group, it looks like they're doing a skit. Mother's apparently smoking a cigar on the stage. Somebody must be able to explain this, but I can't. There's more of the skit. That's Dad there in the yellow shirt. And I believe Bill Baird. This is Don and Lynn's first home that we bought in 1973. That's Dave Rush. They're on the back porch helping us haul in our goodies off the truck. Didn't have a yard yet, so we just backed the truck right up to the deck in the backyard and loaded it in. That's Don stepping off the truck. It was on Canal Road, Lansing, Michigan address, Grand Ledge School. Here's the front of the house. Here's in the kitchen. Looks like Mom and Dad and Florence and Don came down to help us move in, maybe. That's Don's mother Florence and my mother and mother Nellie there over by the window. In my yellow kitchen, even wearing a yellow top and my bell-bottom pants. It's in the living room. There's a bi-level, so that staircase goes downstairs. I look pretty happy with my candle and no furniture. There's the house from a distance. Oh, we got a yard now. See the difference in the colors of the grass. I think we had it, I know we had it sodded. I don't know if we had it sodded at two different sections or must have. And that's, I think the builder put in the smaller sod area and then we added on. I don't know who that is standing in the front there. Maybe Kip and Mark or something. And it looks like Dad down in the driveway next to his car. That's another one of Dad's cars. That was a blue Plymouth also, I believe. There we are planting our first tree. That was a gift. I think it was a white birch. Or was that the Japanese flowering plum? Whichever. Don always has the most stylish work clothes. There he is. Looks like Uncle Bill and Dad putting the tree in, and Karen over in the background. She's got wider bell bottoms on than I did. There's the Middaugh's house, that brick house through the field, Ron and Sandy Middaugh. Sandy took care of the kids for about 3 years. There's Millie even digging in there. And that was Mark that I saw from a distance in that red shirt. Look at his long hair. And there's Grandpa holding the tree. Behind the tree maybe is Kip. That's Don. Behind Mother. This is all in 1973. Looks like Don had to go off to work. I think that car in the driveway is April and Bill's, and there's Karen standing there, and there's Don in uniform. He was probably working nights or afternoons or something, and had to, must be afternoons when he was heading off to work. This is Mom and Dad's group of friends off for another trip. There's Marlon and Edna Blaisdell, Bill and Betty Baird. Mom standing next to Dorothy Primo. Elmwood? I wonder if that's the Elmwood Casino in Windsor. I don't know where they are. Here are the girls cutting it up a little. Mellie in the center there. Look at her. Well, now here's something I hadn't seen before. Here's Bob Primo and somebody else helping carry Millie. Maybe over the threshold or something, huh? Wonder what she's got in that little basket, the way she's holding it up there. And here's the girls getting ready for cruise ship dinner, I think. Edna, Mom, Betty. The lady in the red and white might be Shar or something. I'm not sure if her name is there. Dorothy Primo. This is Mom and Edna Blaisdell in their elf costume. Now, at first I wasn't sure what this is. I think they're dressed up. It's Christmas. And I think they're dressed up for the work they did at the hospital. They were like gray ladies or pink ladies or something, and they took the gift carts around to the room. I think they put on their elf costumes for that. That's my guess. But maybe there's a better explanation. Here's another Wild Christmas, 1973. A whole different look in Mom and Dad's living room. There's Don and Mother and myself. Still Christmas in 73. It looks like Mark got taller. There's Mom and Mark by the Christmas tree. Mom and Dad by the Christmas tree. Oh, we caught them there. Looks like they're in a hotel room somewhere. Probably another trip. (1974) photo. Here we are visiting Don out at the a helicopter unit. He wrote the grant for the city to purchase the helicopters, and then he worked out there as an observer for a while, took lessons, and I think that's Don and myself and Mother on the other side of the helicopter. There we are. There's a close-up of the Fly Grove. We didn't get to ride in it. We were just checking it out. It's called Air 80. This is Mark's high school graduation from Eisenhower High School. This is in our backyard. Those are the peach trees. We used to have a couple of peach trees. There's Dutch, Mom, Mark, myself, and Don. Well, there they are with their crazy friends again. I don't know. Maybe we didn't have the seatbelt law yet. I see Dorothy and Edna, the only ones I can tell for sure who's who. There's Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle. Iva looks like she got roses from Grandpa. Probably Christmas, because it looks like red Christmas trees on her nightgown. This is when she had to have a hospital bed there in their home. Well, we're back at the airport in Lansing. This is the second plane Don owns. He had a partner, I don't remember, maybe Jerry Boda. That might be who he owned this plane with for a while. I don't know if Don's pulling this up, pushing it up, lifting it. Doesn't look too safe to me. So he's about ready to go for a ride. He's here. There's Mom and Dad with Beverly back. They must have gone to visit them somewhere. I don't know if this is in Iowa or St. Louis, wherever they were visiting there. Long-time friends. She was a friend of Mom's from before, pre-marriage. Well, now we know where they were because this is the gateway to the west. They must have been in St. Louis. There's another shot of St. Louis. Oh, Rudy! This was our first cat. Looks just like Tyler's tiger. Wasn't too friendly to very many people, but Mom and Dad would watch him for us sometimes when we went away. So here we are at Grandma and Grandpa's in their newly decorated bathroom, and the cat's having a drink. This is Mark showing off his tan line. I think this is 1976. I'm not sure who he's with. Might be Kip or no. This is the cottage that Don and I bought with his brother from his grandmother up on Lake Huron. And addition there, Don put on that over, I think that one summer. He put that on, and we didn't ever really finish it off. We sold it, our share of it, to Tom in 1978 and moved to Gun Lake. This is the front of the cottage on Lake Huron. It's a little north of All Gray. It's about a 3-hour drive from Lansing. This is Mom and Dutch when they came up to visit. That's the neighbor's cottage and their dog. This shows the beach and dock. That nice swing out front we had there. And the cottage looks so different now, I guess. There's from the cottage looking out onto Lake Huron. There's their dock and the boat and the huge hoist. It's a great lake there. It's a 1975 EBCO boat. We still have it. This This is Mom and Dad's Christmas get-together with their group back in 1976. Here's Dad with a snowblower in action, wearing his Phillips emblems and his little snow cup. I don't know where that's in our driveway or what, but so he's been a snow shoveler. Still can't tell where he is, but hardworking. He's always helped a lot of other people shovel their driveways and done it at church, and even helps Mark do his at his house now. These are some photos that I wanted to film. This is little baby Linda with her mother, Mellie, back in our apartment on Cooper Street. So this is probably 1949, the oldest photo of everything so far. This is pre-slides, and I'm going to do a number of pictures now, some from Mark and Michelle and some from our collection over the years. Then we'll get back to some videos. This is a photo of Linda when she was 4 years old. This is Linda at age 6. One of my favorite school pictures. Here I am a little older. This is Don getting ready for probably a fraternity party. Got his Capitol patch on there. This is December 1966. I'm 17 and Don is 19. And we're getting ready for the Winter Wonderland dance. This was a function of that sorority I was in, Alpha Beta. This is Mark and Michelle the night before their wedding, September 10th, 1982, at the rehearsal dinner. And here they are the next day at the wedding. Beautiful dress, Michelle's pretty hair. Whitney. Here's a honeymoon shot. They went to the Bahamas. Here's one of the photos I had of Mark with his newborn son, August 29th, 1986. Baby Bryce. There's Grandpa Dubrulle with baby Bryce. They're sure good buddies. Here's a picture we had of Bryce in March of '87. Probably about 6 months. Here's one of my favorite photos of Michelle that Mark took. This is Easter 1989. Bryce with his 2 sets of grandparents, Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle and Grandma and Grandpa Russo. This is also from Easter of '89. There's Bryce with his mom, Grandpa and Grandma Russo, Grandma Dubrulle, and his dad, Mark. This is Bryce at 11 months. July 1987, their cat Tessa. This is also summer of '87. Grandpa Dubrulle, Grandma Dubrulle, Ray and Gladys Dubrulle, Michelle, and Bryce. This is Bryce's first birthday party, August of '87, the 29th. All of Dubrulle and Dawson kids look the same on their birthday. Food all over the place. summer of '89. Grandma Dubrulle, Mark and Michelle with Bryce in a cabin that they rented. This is September of '89, visiting down at Don and Lynn's house. There's Grandma Dubrulle, Karen Hoffman, and Bryce. They're all out by the pool. There's Bryce and Grandma playing cars. There's almost Kelsey, Bryce and Mom. There's Bryce's first Halloween. What a great costume. '89. Cute clown. Bryce is growing up. He took this picture of his father. This is November of '89, just before Kelsey was born. This is Michelle and Mark and Bryce in a picture for the church album. There she is, baby Kelsey. Brotherly love. Kelsey's first day with the grandmas, December 6th, 1989. Grandpa Rousseau, Grandma Dubrulle, and Grandma Rousseau. He's a tired new daddy, Mark and Kelsey. Grandpa Dubrulle with baby Kelsey. This is Easter 1987. Mom and Dad. There's Mark, Michelle, Kelsey, Ryan, Grandma, Tyler. Guess Bryce and the rest of us are somewhere else. This is a more recent picture of Bryce. This is little Don when he was a little guy. Isn't he cute? Donald Charles Dawson. This is one of our last flings before kids. This is New Year's Eve time of 1980. Ryan was born in '81. It's Don and I with our good friends Jack and Barb Elliott in Minneapolis, Minnesota at their home. We went to Hawaii with them the spring before that. Jack was the best man in our wedding. Okay, here it comes. October 29th, 1981. Here's Ryan's birth picture. The beginning of a new era for the Dawsons. He was born at Sparrow Hospital in Lansing, Michigan at 11:55 on the 29th, the same day as Aunt Michelle's birthday. Here's the first Christmas photo of Lynn and baby Ryan. He was 2 months old. We were at Great Grandma Dawson in Port Sandlake's house with Mom and Dad at Christmas. Baby Ryan with Grandma Dawson. Baby Ryan with Grandma Dubrulle first Christmas. And down here he's with Carol Warner at first Christmas, our good friend at the lake. She gave him Raggedy Ann and Rudy. There he is in his first Spartan outfit. First Christmas. Here's Ryan with Grandpa Weaver. Be his great grandpa. Ryan being held by our friend's daughter, Sarah Rush. And lots of time with him. There's another good friend. Here's Ryan with Jason Rush. Lately this past summer, they were weasels together. Here's Ryan at 6 months and at our cottage in Gun Lake. Here he is on his first bike ride with Mom at Gun Lake. There's Ryan and Rudy. Getting ready for a swim. He was 5 months old. This is Ryan at 10 months with Carrie Midoff. They are eating Dad's tools. Ryan making a phone call. Ryan with Aunt Connie. 7 months old. First boat ride with Dad. 9 months old. There they go. Here we are at a Dawson family get-together. Here's your little tuxedo you wore when you were 10 months old. You wore to Aunt Michelle and Uncle Mark's wedding. So it must have been September. Here's Don turning 35. Should have saved those candles. I could have used the 3 and the 5 for each boy. Some wedding shots. There's Mark and Michelle toasting at their wedding. This is at the rehearsal dinner the night before. Michelle, Mark, and Mother. There's me with Michelle, Mark, Ryan, and Grandpa calling Ryan. Ryan with his grandparents, Great-Grandpa Dubrulle and Gladys. It's down at their place in Florida that they used to have in 1983. Same summer we visited Grandpa and Grandma Stansbury. There's Mom and Dad on the beach. That's all we did was carry Ryan around. I had a great time. There's Ryan with Carol Warner at the lake. They're probably having a picnic. And here's an interesting shot of Ryan in a dog cage. Here's Grandma Stansbury visiting the nursery, helping Don change diapers. Ryan with Great-Grandma Dawson. Christmas time of 1983. One of Ryan's photos. This is a family picture we had done when Ryan was about 10 months old. You can see the loving look on Rudy's face. This is Ryan at about 19 months. Rudy's about 7, and he's about had it with this little kid. It wasn't long after that we gave Rudy to someone else. They're both Ryan. Ryan was 2 years old, and here he is at his first Halloween. It's pumpkin. 1983. Here's something different. Here's the cottage over at Gun Lake. This is June of 1983 when Don decided to put an addition on. It's been great. We have an extra bedroom, bathroom, utility room. He did all the work himself. And here we are after he gets the foundation in and the floor down, taking a little rest with the neighbors. That's Matt Warner, Don, Carol, and me. 1983, I had a get-together with my old college roommates. This is Houlihan's in Lansing. That's myself, Marty Rodson, Wesley from Australia, Candy Grasses lives in Okemos, and Nancy Hardy Rush. We used to share an apartment together on Grand River when we all went to MSU. Here's something we don't see much of, Jerry out relaxing in the lake. This is our neighbor at the lake, Jerry Warner. This is summer of '83. Now something happened in the winter of '84. Early winter. The nursery had to be revitalized. This is the nursery on Canal Road that Ryan used, and it's now ready for the next baby. But before the next baby came, here we are at Gun Lake. The Elliots, our friends from Minneapolis, came to visit us. It's Jack, Barb, Brian, Julie, Beth are twins. Not sure which is which. Of course, there's Don and Tyler, and I'm pregnant with, Don and Ryan, and I'm pregnant with Tyler. And we visited Grandma and Grandpa Stansbury that summer. Bunny Osabo, that's their home up there. We must have gone around my birthday, August 16th, because they had a nice birthday cake for me. There's Jean and Florence and Ryan, and I'm pregnant. The arrival of baby Tyler. Look at that loving brother Ryan giving him a kiss. He was born September 7th, 1984, and this is probably within the first week or so. There's baby Tyler with great-grandma Dawson and Ryan. This is 1984. A few more shots of Ryan with his little brother. Should see those two now. Tyler looks real happy about this one. Not long after Tyler was born, it was Halloween. Here's Ryan when he was 3 years old for Halloween. He's a clown. There's Ryan decorating Christmas cookies that year when he was 3. This is at our house on Canal Road. This is Tyler's first Christmas with Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle. Ryan too. Well, we made it to summer of '85. Tyler's about 9 months old here, enjoying the pool. Not the big one, but a little one we had nearby for him. Here's Don and Ryan in the tube, summer of '85. Don't see that much. Don's usually the puller. Don went on a fishing trip with Dave Rush right on Lake Michigan, and here's his catch for the day. This was the summer of '85. There's Grandpa and Ryan playing a little army guy on the porch. Ryan's got his helmet on just in case. This is the winter of 1985. There's Jerry and Carol Warner, our neighbors at Gun Lake. We gave Ryan a little bank. Raccoon face bank. Oh, it's a cute one. Well, when Ryan was 3 and a half and Tyler was 6 months old, we moved into this house. This is our home at 1918 Keegan Court, Lansing, Michigan. I think that's before we moved in. You can see the old basketball hoop on there, and the garage door has been replaced. Here's my 2 Spartan fans off to Ryan's first hockey game with his father. MSU hockey. Give a couple quick shots of Tyler at 11 months. It's Tyler at his first Christmas. Here's the Dawson family. This is Easter of 1985. Got our hands full there. There's Ryan in the new house, wearing Dad's uniform. Looks a little big. The photo we had done of Ryan at 4.5, 1986. Here are the brothers in 86. Ryan's 4.5 and Tyler's 19 months. Ryan made friends right away with the neighbors, the Kellys. This is Kristen, Kelly, and Ryan. Summer of 86. Somehow we got back to summer of 85, but this is typical. This is the way Ryan always swam. He is so prepared. He's got the goggles, the swimmies, the snorkel, the fins. He usually had a life vest kind of thing on too. Even after he could swim great, he still wanted to wear all that stuff. Looked kind of like a frogman. This is Ryan in our backyard at Keegan Court with great-grandpa Dubrulle and Grandma Gladys. November 23rd, 1985. This is Melly and Dick on the USS Constitution, one of their many fun trips. Cruise that they went on. Looks like they're having a good time. We'll look at this brotherly love. Tyler's recently had a birthday. He's 2. He got this game board. It's a double-seater, pegs and magnets, and he's sharing with brother. How about that? This is August 1986. Ryan's got a fish on the hook. He helped me bring it in. We were so excited about it being such a big fish off the dock, the neighbor guy came and took pictures of us. There's all 3 of us. This is Tyler with his 2-year-old birthday present. He got a big bed. He was pretty proud of his new furniture. It's almost 2. It's a shot of Donna and boys at the Grand Rapids Zoo. We went that summer of 86. I remember that's where Tyler always said, "Ow!" Here's Tyler the day of his birthday party. I thought that was a cute picture. Here's the boys in Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle's basement. That's one of their favorite things to do, is go down there and play with Grandpa's wood and his tools. Well, the fall that year, one of our many projects in remodeling that home was we ripped out the grass and resod it. We got some good helpers coming up in the next 2 shots here. There's Grandpa Dubrulle and Tyler with the little wheelbarrow, Don, Lynn, and of course Ryan. Those gloves. Here's our 2 helpers now. Look at those shades on those guys. Here's our Lansing neighbors visiting us at the cottage. Bill Kelly and Kristen and Aaron and Marion. And there's Don, Ryan, Lynn, and Tyler. Here's Ryan's 5th Halloween costume. Gets scarier every year. This is winter of 86. We tried a new sport. There's Don with Tyler and Ryan and Kristen and Marion and Aaron. Kelly and I all went ice skating. Now finally, after all that time, we do all have our own ice skates and everybody likes it. I have a whole collection of these. This is one of my teacher photos. We of course get our picture taken every year at school. I've taught at Charlotte Junior High, 6th grade since 1973. 1972. Right. Fall of 72. Anyway, this is the year 1986. This is Ryan's school photo at age 5 from the Young Fives program in Waverly. Guess I always liked my kids with longer hair. Ryan's 5th birthday party, October 29th. There's Mom and Grandpa and Aunt Connie back by the fireplace, and Grandma Stansberry and Tyler. Another shot from the birthday party. Tyler just blew out his candles, I guess. Getting ready to stick his hand in it. For Ryan's 5th birthday party, he also talked me into a Halloween birthday party. He had his friends over. That's Jeff Creamer in the alligator costume, and David Hazel Schwartz in the back. Kristen sitting at the pool table there. And of course, the Kung Fu Kid up front is Ryan. Here's Tyler with one of his best neighborhood buddies. This is Allie Kramer from behind us. Looks like they're chowing down on some apples. This is fall of '87. Here's a nice picture of Grandma. We should have had this one in a lot sooner. I see it's at our Canal Road house. So it's probably from fall of '84 or before. Now we're in the summer of '87, and our good friends, the Elliots, came to visit again from Minneapolis. Here's Barb, Brian, Julie, Beth, and Jack. Here's the crew again. The kids hanging out on the couch. They did a lot of swimming that weekend, I remember. Here's Ryan waiting for the bus on his first day of school. He was going to Windermere View Elementary School in Waverly. The boys riding horses at Potter Park Zoo in Lansing. There's Tyler there and Ryan in the background. Good shot. There's Tyler blowing out his candles at his 3rd birthday party. Looks like Ryan's set to help out the boys at Halloween '87. This is after trick-or-treating. I don't know what they were. Looks like Ryan was a ninja and Tyler was probably a ghost or something, but there they are going through all their goodies. Here we are having a family dinner in the dining room. Looks like a spaghetti dinner. We seldom eat there. Guess we decided to take a photo of it. Here's Ryan's school picture from fall of '87. Ryan is in kindergarten when he's 6 years old. Here's Aunt Connie. She decided to have kind of a family birthday party that year because Ryan and Tara and Connie all have birthdays in the same month. So there's Ryan, October 29th, and Tara Dawson, Tom's daughter. Hers is the 19th of October, and I think Connie's was the 23rd of October. There's Grandpa Dick reading to his grandsons. Here's the boys with Santa, Christmas of '87. Here's one of our great babysitters. This was Nancy Haskins. They were a wonderful family. She was a great mom to the kids, daytime mom, but they moved away to Wisconsin. That's Tyler with her. In spring of 1988, Don went off to the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia for 3 months. This is one of their main buildings. I went down to visit the week he graduated, and we tried to tour Washington, but it was a terribly hot day. Here's when we went to the Lincoln Memorial. This is on a shopping trip in D.C. with Don. This is Don and Lynn in Quantico, just before Don's graduation ceremonies. This was Don's roommate in the FBI Academy. Other things were happening that year too. We had Mom and Dad's 40th wedding anniversary celebration, a big party. For a surprise gift, we had this family photo taken. Of course, this was pre-Kelsey. Mom and Dad aren't in it because they didn't know about it. But Mark and Michelle and Bryce, one in the center, came down to Lansing, and we had these nice pictures taken for everyone. There's a family at the party. pictures we had, posters we had made up with. One with all of Mom's history, her parents, her brother, and another one was made up for Dad. There's the happy couple cutting their cake with a room full of people. It was really something. Here's the head table, just as it would have been at the wedding, without the two little kids in the front. That's Ryan and Tyler checking things out. But at the table, there's Aunt Averill. She was in the wedding. Uncle Bill, Dick, and Millie. And Mom's friend Norma was in the wedding. Her husband Harvey. And Mom's friend Beverly. Her husband Norval was in the wedding, but Norval must have been up from the table. There's Tyler and Ryan. The night of the 40th anniversary party, they were all dressed up in their suits. I never did get a really good picture of them before they took them over to their Uncle Tom's, but they were cute. Here's Ryan's age 7 school photo. Here's the boys. Looks like a little summer visit to the museum, studying dinosaurs. There's Ryan and Bryce. The big posters we had laminated that showed Mom and Dad's history are up here on the wall. See if I can get a close-up of them. This is the one that was like the two of them together, 40 years together. And then this was the one about young Dick. There he is with Averill, and there's his parents, and some other small shots. They still have those on their wall. Here's a Christmas shot of the four of us at Tom and Mary's house in Saginaw. There's Don and Tyler, and Ryan and myself. This is 1988. Don and I are standing in front of the Rose Bowl, Pasadena, California. It was a special trip. Spartans went out there. We went out there. New Year's was especially fun because we knew a lot of other people that went out too. There's Don with his handful of balloons, and Kathleen Simpson, Jim Davis. Jim teaches with me, and Kathleen's husband taught with me. And there's me. It was a fun New Year's Eve. And then the best part was this right here. There's the score. MSU 20. There's the happy fans. This is at a visit to Grandma's. Grandma and Grandpa's in 89. Once in a while, Dad would take the boys for haircuts. I think he was really getting anxious for me to get them in there because there's this photo, and then later that day, there's this photo. Tyler took on a whole new look. He's got ears. This is January of 89. There's Nancy Rush, their son Jason and Sarah. They came down to go to a hockey game, I think, with us, and we surprised her with a little cake because it was her 40th birthday. Here's the boys' school pictures. Ryan's 8 and Tyler's 5. Here's the family cook. I think Ryan was making spaghetti that night. He gets into all kinds of projects. Here's our favorite place to take family pictures, in front of the fireplace. Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle with Tyler and Ryan. This is summer of 1989 when we visited Cedar Point with the kids. It's Tyler and Ryan in the hat. Here's Tyler with Mama Bear in Berenstain Bear Country. Now here's Tyler with Papa Bear, who decided to be funny. Later that summer we visited Mackinac Island with the boys. There's Ryan and Tyler. They were in costume here of the war. Ryan playing the fife. Here's Tyler taking the boat for a spin. Here's summer of '89 with the Kelly girls in the pool. Aaron on the right would have been 12, and there's Ryan. He'd be 7, Kristen 11, and Tyler about 4. Making their best faces for the camera. Here's the same summer in a much better smile. Here's everyone sharing the air mattress with silly faces again. It's Tyler, Aaron trying to climb on, Kristen with the long hair, and there's Ryan, back of Ryan. This is one of the very few times we took the time to set up the tripod. It's Don, Len, Tyler, and Ryan in front of the family fruit trees in the backyard. This is still summer of '89. This is September 7th, 1989. Tyler's turning 5 years old. He was really excited about his birthday, and this is a bank that he got from Aunt Michelle, Uncle Mark. This is Ryan getting one of his many awards at school. This is the Soaring Eagle Award from Wyndham Review for math. That's Mrs. Royer giving him his award. And here he is in line with a few of the other award recipients. This must have been a family get. This is Halloween time with the pumpkins in the window there. Probably a get together for Ryan's birthday. That's Tyler and Bryce eating at the little table in our kitchen. This is fall of '89. This is one of my favorite shots of the boys, all dressed up at the cottage at Gun Lake. Sometime in the fall, they get sweaters on. That's Ryan and Tyler Dawson. This is a fireplace shot that we used for a Christmas card that year. It inspired the boys' modeling career. We sent that into the MSU bookstore, and they decided to use the boys in their catalogs. This is from the first year they were in the catalog. Here's Tyler with one of the other models that year. Here's Tyler at Halloween in his best Indian outfit. That's a cute costume. Here's a birthday shot. This is from Tyler's 4th birthday. This would have been 1988. A cute bear cake. It's Tyler and his brother Ryan. There's Tyler with Grandma helping him blow out his candles. This is fall of '89 when Tyler turned 5 and Ryan turned 8. They got bicycles for their birthdays from Grandma and Grandpa Dubrulle. Nice bikes. 92 and they're still in great shape. Here's Christmas at our house with the Dawsons. In the back row there's Don, Grandpa Gene, Don's brother Tom, Lynn. Next row is Tom's son Todd and his wife Bernice. Then Chris, Tom's other son, and then there's Tyler. In the front row there's Tom and Mary's daughter Tara. And there's Mary Dawson, and Ryan, and Mary's son Shane Sullivan. Here are the boys at the annual LPD Christmas party for children. They hold it in City Hall. The kids always get a bag of goodies. Ryan's got his over his arm there. There's clowns making animals for them. Looks like Santa brought skis this year. Here's Grandma and Grandpa on a more recent trip, all dressed up in the hotel room. And there's Melly. There's Melly right there, rocking and rolling with Ryan at the cottage. They get that old 8-track tape player going and boogieing all over the kitchen. This is probably summer of '90. You can see the rooms in the back aren't finished off yet. This is our friends from Minneapolis, the Elliott family again. They sent us this neat photo during their trip to Hawaii that year. There's Miami.
Yep. Like spice your beer.
Okay. You're not having a Bahama bomber?
Well, what are you going to drink? All right. I'll have one of those.
You guys having something?
The white kind.
No, they're called pina coladas. There we go.
We're way out high now.
Oh, there's a picture of Dad taking a picture. What are you guys doing? Are you buying some?
No, I'm looking at my lunchbox.
Oh.
I play it when I go.
I think he... I am looking at the big one right now. Is there another bigger one? Oh. It might focus better. Maybe I'm just losing my vision. So I've got them as good as I've had them. So there's 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the...
Now there's a good shot of that. That tells you how much fun he was having.
Did you find the one where we came on board?
Here's a good focus. Look at the happy couple. That's a good idea. You're right next to it? Oh, yep. Mom and Dad. It's sailing day, right?
Yep.
Good. Boy, he looks like we're getting blown away up there. This looks like a family powwow. What are you guys trying to decide? Oh, we're not even halfway through this vacation.
From here? Let's stop visiting and go on there.
Ooh, here's the happy couple at the captain's party. Now here's how Don earned his gambling money. He worked in the photography booth. Now let's check those prices. Ooh, oh no. How much have you made? Good job. There goes Michelle with another 20. Off from more blackjack. Yeah? There's me. Here, I got us on the camera, Don. That's a nice equipment. Volleyball, basketball. Love it. Take home what?
Good evening. Hello. Greenland. Greenland.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle, I got your nose in the... What'd you just do?
Am I in the camera?
Yes, do your best.
Champagne?
Getting the other bottle.
Oh, that belongs to that one.
That'll be fine.
That's up for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's the most yellow for wine. And the wine. For the red wine.
Oh, do we have red? No. Champagne is never red, is it?
No, it's less.
I thought he said red wine.
Hey, Eddie, don't hit anybody.
Ooh!
We don't let it bounce off. Corey, switch it around.
Not gargle it.
I changed.
get a good focus on this thing. Came back from a show. Yeah, they turned the beds down, little candy on the pillow, TV, table. Now I'll show you what I'm seeing. Oh, it's the bathroom. Anything special you want to say about our room, Don? There's my closet. Little vanity. There's Don's closet. You've got that. That must be St. Martin, right? Martin Street. Water. I hope this green color shows up on the tape. Phillipsburg, St. Martin.
Oh, that's very and Marco Byron.
I don't even have to move the camera. I'm holding the camera still and the boat's doing all the moving. Here's Mark taking a picture of me. Did you get one? There's Michelle. We're on our way to the jewelry store. Bye. Hi, guys.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're from the island. Your father is a French and your mother is a Dutch. You can have both rights, French rights and Dutch rights. And then make a second bed ahead of us. It will be overlooking three nationalities.
My safety message to you is we have 4 restrooms. Thank you.
Careful there.
They're situated in the lower deck. You'll see the logos on the doors. The logos in here. The lagoon is 11 square miles in size, and our island is only 36 square miles in size total, including the lagoon. So you can see. Folks, I need 1 or 2 more people on the upper deck to walk forward, please, to tip the bow down. Okay, I must leave here at 5. Okay, thank you. Press for the jet ski. See the guys over there, folks. They'll organise a trip for you, 10, 20, 30 minutes or so. And there we go. And for your swimming, folks, to cool down. All right, Marilyn? Great. If you wish to...
Hey, Mark and Michelle, will you narrate this? This is going to be nauseating to watch.
Would we narrate it?
Yeah, I'm just filming it. You narrate it. Everything that we see.
You said Heineken Beer Time.
God, I think we're going to get in an accident with this guy driving. It looks like those trees that make you... Trees that make you air...
They're beginning at 11:30, and that takes Stair Tower 3 all the way up to the Sunspot Bar area there on Sky Deck. It's a beautiful evening out, so we hope you'll join us for that. Other than that, don't forget reggae contest and everything else. Not contest, really, just a reggae class, so we got to have everybody doing the reggae, and we do limbo and everything else around 11:45. So if you want to join us for that, it is a beautiful night out, and we hope you will. Other than that, don't forget they got the drink special up there too called the Babalu. You can get one of those. And regarding tomorrow, we arrive bright and early in the morning to St. John. Remember once again to check your cruise news as to what time you're getting off and so forth. If by chance you're going off on tours in St. Thomas, check.
Look who's in the green line, you guys.
Push your pants, remember that.
I told them they were dressed in green. They should remember.
Yeah, bye. Milk jug
What's that over there, Michelle? Oh. That's the St. John sailing tour, probably. Now, this is going to be nauseating to watch, isn't it? Oh, I bet they stopped. Yeah. I don't want to take pictures. Dad, do you want me to take pictures about those things?
That's fine.
Yeah.
The building in the back on the boat.
St. Thomas over there.
Wendy's there. Wendy's and Burger King, Kentucky, and McDonald's. You just have Wendy's. Right over there, that shopping center. Got all the pictures? Yeah. Alan Carbonate. Friday was me. Off the St. John with a shipwreck.
Oh, really?
That's right. 4 seasons right in the place. Right. Around the other, right, around the other, by the other beach on the right there, another movie was made too. Sail Away. That's about a year ago. Sail Away. Lisa Harton was one of the stars. Oh, wait, by the way, what time you're supposed to go back to catch the boat?
We have to be back by, we have...
Yep.
Where are Lynn and Don? That's Santana. Yeah, that's my mare. Chris, how about you?
Look out for the sharks. Sharks.
Land shark.
Get the right tag.
Get over here.
Give me your purse.
Farmer Bill.
What kind of fish are those? What kind of fish are those?
Richard. Yes. What kind of fish are those?
That's either bonitos or yellowtail. Yeah, it goes in schools, you know.
Yeah,
The local brothers throw a stain around them and you just throw them in.
yeah. Throw the net over the top of them?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
They got many bones?
Yellowtail. Huh?
They got a lot, do they have a lot of bones in them, or are they easy to clean up?
Yeah, well, not too many bones. There are bones in them, but now the way you do them, the fillet them, you know.
Oh, they're big enough you can fillet them, huh?
Oh, yeah. What about it?
Are they really? Oh, boy.
Yeah, man.
Wait, you gotta do it again. I was on standby. Now drag them out and throw them in the cold. Is this normal behavior for you guys?
We do this on every vacation.
Oh.
Oh, you can write your whole trip off now.
So I do a lesson on it?
Put it on the audio.
Oh, good. Now I've got myself cackling. How to dub?
Yeah, edit.
I know I don't know how. Here's another interesting shot. Look at this little boy behind the bathhouse. Look what he's doing.
When you're hot.
name? Thomas. The capital, what's the capital city's name? Charlotte Emile or something? Garden?
Then the left license on, right? That's it or what?
Nationalities of crew members working with us. We have people working with us from as far away as the Orient, the South Pacific, North and South America, Europe, and of course the Caribbean islands of the SS Norway. And these are the gentlemen who have been preparing the excellent cuisine upon which you've been dining this week. So if I may, I'd like to ask you, please put your hands together and let's welcome the chefs of the SS Norway.
There's still time on this.
Still what?
Well, here's how we spent April 6th. Yeah. How long are we at the airport? Too long. Oh, you guys are still awake.
About 2.5 hours.
Any last minute? I'm having fun, yeah.
Fun.
Any words of wisdom?
No words of wisdom. Save your money. Save your money and buy good booze. A little before 12.
You guys are a blur. I'm still motion sick. There's the captain. And up front is the crazy crew. Yo, man! There's our escort. Why do you think we're getting a police escort? Any particular reason? Okay, how can you tell?
Has a bump here, and then here's the black bump there.
Black bump? And then is the rest of it orange in there, kind of?
Yeah, then it's got an orange bill, and then the rest is white.
How can you tell Orion from a Tyler? Are there bumps?
No.
They're black and blue
The
marks?
Tyler is totally weird and it's totally stupid. And here, and see on Salmon Driver. That's the whole reason why we came on this trip. Yes. Yes.
And I think we missed them. pretty room?
Turn it up another notch and then you can do notches.
I like that brick wall. You guys going to get ice? People from the Conway Escort Service. There's Millie. And there's Dick. He's the chauffeur. You just have to get him to slow down. He takes you on these tours of town so fast that you just can't read the signs. What time was that? There's Ryan watching TV. He has to stand to watch TV. Tyler, do the bed so we have it on tape how well we like this bed, okay? T. Get you sideways.
I'm gonna pass some gas.
Oh, Tyler, that's not what I meant. Did you find him, Tyler?
I just took one last swig of her memory gargle and tried to roar on another. And she tried to roar another meat in
You what? Hi, Kelsey. Who's got you? Who's got you?
Wednesday we're leaving for Boston. We're going to Boston for 5 days. Michelle's got an uncle that lives in Boston.
Oh, she wants it lower where she can get at it.
He's going to be transferred to right hand to the here, so he's captain.
Wow, Kelsey, aren't those nice?
So he thought,
Now she wants you to put her back up there.
I guess now it's time to do it. It's time to get a tour guide.
Tyler, where are you? Holy cow, what's going on with you guys? Now don't hurt Grandpa on his birthday. Watch out for Kelsey, don't let her get too close. Grandpa's sitting bass with Tyler. You trying to get in there, Grandpa?
Well, come on, you guys, let's go.
Oh, he's locking him in. That's what Brett was yelling. I thought he was like saying, like, come on in instead of... This makes me nauseous trying to... There's the grandma. Over at the lake, came to get rained on in the new boat. There's Captain Dawson. There's his feet. There's Grandma. Hi, Grandma. How'd you like that boat ride? She's the ghost pro, yeah. Actually, Grandpa won, didn't he? Oh, well. Oh, yeah, that's right, down the road. Oh, yeah, look at that.
There's things on the back that you can do.
It's the bell from the cruise ship. Yeah.
I think there's also something else that are down in there.
Complexion,
this is our first ski tow of the year. Here he is, ready to take off. There's Matt and Jerry building a fire.
Are you taking?
Yep. Wow.
92 of them.
Dog shark. Is that what they were called? There's some little... Good job.
But they were something. So, here's the difference. They have a hard time, so they get something. Get some out for me. We have to share them.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Oh, kitty.
Yeah, Tiger's got the orange collar if you ever forget which is which. Kelsey, what are you doing? Oh, you have Creamy. Creamy looks so happy.
Oh my God.
Put Creamy down, honey. You hurt her.
Kelsey, put the kitty down.
You hurt her tummy.
That's not how you carry things.
Here's the kitty, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Get your lip up.
They're trying to get up in the chair holding the cat.
Oh, Kelsey, that's not yes,
Oh. It's okay, Creamy. Hang on. There, Kelsey. What do you have, Kelsey? Oh, kitty. Good. Where did you go this afternoon, Kelsey?
Did you go swimming?
Oh, let her go. So scratch your leg. There you go. Kelsey, what were you riding in the water? What were you riding in?
Did you go riding in a boat? Go in a boat? Say bye-bye, kitty. Say bye-bye, kitty.
We're doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now we're doing a lot of work.
I know it. It's good to see you two working. You think you guys are going to want to eat any of those?
No.
That's good.
No.
Taylor goes, ew, chocolate. He's kind of like his great-grandpa. He does some chocolate stuff, but when it comes to cakes, but I bet he'll have a little bit there. He likes brownies, I think.
And the brownie cupcakes, though.
So you will like them, right?
No, I'll try them out.
Okay. Now, Tyler, could you look at me 1 minute and tell me what happened to your teeth?
I forgot them at home.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something like that. Okay, guys, get those done. We're getting hungry. Kelsey, did somebody save you?
No, I gotta go. I don't want to open down.
No, you got it. Ryan was going to take you in the little boat. You want me to help you get in it?
I don't want to go in that boat. I want to go in the big one.
Oh, well, Ryan's not allowed to drive the big one, honey. You kids can't go on it, so either go with Ryan or stay up here. It's fun, because it's got a motor and everything.
We just go right around the little dock there.
Get the battery all hooked up there, Captain?
Hop in, T. I need to do the quick way. Ready?
Where are you going to get in, at the front?
Anywhere? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just get in.
All right. You're just going to go over by the dock side? You have to stay seated, Bryce, okay? Ahoy there, mateys!
Show us, tell us.
Ooh, look
$5
at
per
here.
ticket. Is that a $25 purchase?
I'd rather have the...
I'd rather have, the Typhoon
Thank you.
too. Typhoon too.
How was that?
Well, I'm gonna get the same as this one, only that's 49, I'll get you the 27, that way it's different.
Don't forget, you don't like it when people talk in weird voices. Great. Grandma gets to see it, huh? So this is the first annual Wyndham Review Grandparents' Day, right?
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, who's got who today? Who's Ryan taking? Get with your grandparent. Get with your escort. Come on, Grandpa.
I get a girl pie, you have to go with the boys. So,
We're done, aren't we?
and here comes Grandma. Well, we're gonna crash.
Hi.
Whoa. Oh, we're gonna crash.
Whoa.
Here's the mommy.
What is it?
But it wasn't just said it would make it even harder for me.
Does the dice have a color on?
Oh, and that tells you the color you have to take out?
Yep.
Oh, I
And
didn't know.
usually you just take out a piece and
I think
everything.
it's gonna temper without even anybody taking anything, but it's
You ready to watch Timber, Grandpa?
Timber.
Oh, but I'm not gonna do it.
What color do you have to take, Ryan? Oh, look at this.
Well, I know a perfect wedding. That wasn't it.
must have been perfect.
Well, no, I had a better one. Yeah, you shouldn't take them off here and put it up here. Then there's less support right where it needs it. Down here, that kind of a thing's okay because it's not in the air.
Are you hiding?
Oh, I thought you were sitting over there.
No, I'm doing everybody. There's Matt, there's Kelsey, there's Jason.
Stand up here, I'll take your picture.
Okay, well, you can get a good picture.
Yeah.
I know, Ava would appreciate it.
Yeah, that'll be neat. I like these kind, these candid kind, where we're taking a picture of Dad, and we take a picture of the kids. Half hour later, when he finally
That's
gets,
a little one, that's
yeah,
compact, nice.
yeah, real handy.
Don't you want your picture taken, right?
You can move that and still don't get, don't get blurry on you.
No, it doesn't usually get blurry. It wiggles a little. Ryan, what are you doing to Kelsey? Hi, are you trying to hide? Go ahead, run. Run all the way around. Oh, look at April's taking her shoes off to run. Now she chickened out.
They will gather in the brood or something.
Yeah. The only thing is, it's real. I hope that the colors. I mean, it's like shadows. You know what I mean? Here you look normal. Now, do you want to do anything special?
Normal? Well, I don't want it to look normal.
Well, here. You want a kiss or something? Woo! There we go. Now here's two more.
Are we supposed to just walk in?
Yeah, go ahead. This makes it more fun. Here comes the other family. Where's your kids? Where's the grandkids?
They're out in the hallway.
Okay.
Jason.
There's the big kids.
No, what do you want? Keep your finger out of your mouth.
This is number one.
Number uno.
Look at Uncle Dick.
There. Now, is there anything special you want to say?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Okay.
There goes the plane.
There. So we got to get a picture of Grandpa stealing noses.
Hey, Grandpa, start stealing noses. Grandpa!
Do we fit in?
Yep. There's Kip critiquing the situation.
You guys ready? Guys, look forward. Move out a little bit. No, move.
Bryce, do you want to stand in front of the audience?
I can.
That's good.
Smile for the camera.
Please. Oh. Yeah, you want?
No, no, no. Okay. I was looking down at Chucklehead.
Okay. Ready?
Step off to one side and get a little different angle.
Yeah. This light will come on when it's ready, right?
Yeah, on about 3 shots.
Perfect. An undercover picture. Covert. 30 seconds. Yeah.
There's Aunt Betty.
You were Ray at this end and Betty at the other end. Betty now.
Okay, we'll go find it.
This could take 10 minutes getting everybody seated.
My mom and dad. So I came back here. Don't jiggle.
I do enough of that. There's a picture of Grandpa taking a picture. Am I taping? Yes, I am. You gotta get pictures. I want to get pictures before you guys start like drooling on yourselves and making messes. I'm just kidding. Gotta get the table here.
You want to waste your minute?
Probably does.
You open the card, Dad.
Yeah. Who's it
Why
from, Dad?
don't you do that? Read it for him. Yeah.
How you learn?
Tell her, Dick.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
There's another one.
Candy.
I hope it's a candy. Oh, it's a remote control car.
Remington like a screen.
Oh, that's the kind you look.
Can you look?
back. There's 3 different cards to it.
Here, Gramps, let her read them. Make it easier for you. Oh, yeah, I know. We know that. We know it.
Greatest grandpa in the world. I'd take $1 million because I've already got the greatest grandpa in the world.
That's the greatest one.
Grandpa in the world. Who's that from? Annie Carroll. Who's that from? John, Lynn, Brian, and Tyler.
Lynn, Brian, and Tyler.
I put a new fender on it. Sold it for another guy. He put some new springs on it. He drove for about a year or so, and Raymond Arnold, your name is there, he bought it. His mom wouldn't give it his license, so he could drive it back and forth to the driveway.
He's not ready
Blew
for
the
that.
starter right off the block.
He's not ready for that.
Blew the starter out.
No.
Betty, I thought you never wore shoes. I don't know. Yeah.
Guess what he's trying to find out?
Oh, Grandpa.
What is this t-shirt?
Betty. What does the t-shirt say?
Age to perfection. They can see on the camera. The other one.
Yep. That's good. I got it.
A little resemblance.
Yeah.
Huh? Looks just like, ain't there? Once.
Give it to Kelsey to deliver, okay? Tyler, let Kelsey. Well, go hand in hand with Kelsey. Go.
Get right after him. What's he doing to you?
He's helping out.
Now they're all after. What, did you see they got a lot of things?
Happy birthday.
Yep. Wait a minute. Don't let Grandpa open that, okay? Yeah, let Grandpa open that one. Did you? No, let Grandpa do that. No, you let Grandpa do that one yourself, okay?
Already to teach school? What happened to Jason? Over there with his grandpa.
What's he doing, crying?
Yeah.
Probably flew around and got hurt, huh?
Yeah.
Looking lower, so. You get hurt? You get hurt?
Chewed on his lip, and then the next one he got was all pumped up. Cut open.
This one here sucked his 2 fingers.
Who's that?
That one. See him right back in?
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's sucking his 2 fingers.
Hi, Jason.
What happened? That's funny. You fell. He was in it for weeks. You'll have to fill it down every time.
Oh, I thought you'd fill it up for him. That's from Ray and Gladys, right?
I'm dying.
Don't tell me.
Don't hate me.
Right, don't you do it. You'll never inherit this.
You rip it, yeah. Be careful. Kelsey, I'm going to get this on tape.
You're gonna get your picture taken.
Mommy!
How you doing on your birthday?
Go
he hadn't planned on doing anything like that. I went around and I asked people what they might like to ask you, questions they might like to ask you. Some people here have known you for over 80 years. Kelsey, she's only known you for a couple of years. 60 years, 70 years, 25 years for me. So what we did is I went around and asked people what they'd like to ask you, a question. And the first one is that okay if we ask you questions? They're not hard. You can't.
I'm not going to say from an answer.
All right. But the first question is, where were you born?
No,
In Belgium. What city in Belgium?
I wasn't there.
Somebody that looks like
Mom and Dad and Grandpa.
And that was in 1902. Next one is, what is your most vivid childhood memory?
Oh, I used to be a massive kid.
How come?
Yes.
Wow.
I do it every day.
How and why did you come to America? Let's go fishing. Was there any other reason that you came? Yeah, that's enough. How old were you when you came to this country? 3 years old? Do you know why your family came here? Change? Was it for economic reasons? They had better jobs, and better life? Same kind of job, and came to coal mining and where? Okay. See, these are easy.
You gotta tell the truth though, Grandpa.
Hey, I tell the truth,
This is your life.
Yeah, you're on This Is Your Life program.
She has it up a little.
Now this one you could probably, well, I think anyway, you probably have a lot of answers to this. Name all the jobs that you've had. Well, make some up then, we won't know the difference. Go way back to the first job you can remember up in.
that was the